So delighted to be joined today by the director of The Haunted Forest, Keith Boynton. Keith, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Bit hot here today, which maybe stateside it's not, but we've got a heat wave in Scotland. So it's roughly about 21 degrees Celsius, which is well
I'm
for
actually
us,
in
but not for
London right
others.
now.
Oh,
I
okay.
flew over early, so I'm hanging out in London. Finally, a
Mm.
cooler day today. Actually,
Mm. How's the weather been down there? Okay, better than usual.
I gather it's been hotter than usual, but right now
Mm.
it's pretty nice.
Yeah, good. So obviously, congratulations on The Haunted Forest. It's got its festival premiere 24th of August this year at Frightfest. How are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I think we're premiering this Saturday, the 23rd, and
Mm,
I couldn't be happier. It's an amazing platform. I've never been to Fright Fest before, but I've been hearing
oh,
amazing
cool.
things about it, and I'm thrilled to be here. I can't wait for it.
Cool. Sorry, yeah, that was my mistake. I've only written down the 24th, 23rd and 24th as well for you. So, as you said, first Fright Fest. So, I've never been to the London one. I've been to the Glasgow has its own mini Fright Fest in March, April time. I've been to that one, but I've always heard great things about it. So I'm sure you'll have a great time, and the people there as well are always very welcoming and inviting. So I'm sure you'll have a great time.
Yeah, I'm really honestly, this is my first horror film, and I'm already just
Mm.
amazed by how friendly and welcoming the horror community has been. I mean, people are just
Yeah.
they're so excited and they're so warm, and there's no sense of me as an outsider being, on the outskirts of things. It's been really, really nice.
That's good to hear. So, for those that don't know, if you could just tell us about the Haunted Forest, what's it about?
So it's this teenage guy called Zach, and he's obsessed with horror films. He's obsessed with Halloween. He loves the macabre, and he gets the opportunity to work at this haunted attraction in Maryland, which is run by his cousin. And this actually is a real place where the film is. It's not a real story, but it's a real place. So he goes there and he gets to work as a scare actor, and he's having a wonderful time. And then at a certain point, people start dying at the forest for real, and no one knows who's doing it. And of course, the vibe changes, so it
Mm,
becomes sort of a murder mystery, and of course a quest for your own survival. But there's
yeah,
romance in there, and there's humor in there, and it's got something for everyone.
yeah, yeah. That's a great time with it. Just you mentioned there that you've came from a drama background. So, what was it about this story that you wanted to tell that kind of made you take that jump into horror?
I mean, honestly, it started with the place. Markoff's Haunted
Okay.
Forest it's in my family. The Markoffs are cousins of mine, actually.
Oh, cool.
And
Nice.
I went there for the first time with my brother, Devin McEwen. This is about 10 years ago, and we were blown away. We'd been hearing about this place for years. We had no idea how big it was, how elaborate
Mm,
it was. And right away, we started thinking, what's the movie? What could we shoot here? And so it was Devin who actually had the original story idea. We
cool.
worked on an outline together. I wrote a draft of the script. He had copious notes. I wrote another draft. And so he and I developed this movie together over a course of a couple of years. And then
Mm,
eventually it was in the kind of shape where I could reach out to the Markovs and say, hey, would you be interested in partnering up with us on this film? Because we didn't just want to shoot there. We really wanted their help and for them to be full partners in the film. And that was a process too, going back and forth about how it would work. But in the end, they said yes. And it was just an absolute dream to get to shoot there.
mm. And I would imagine, having those sort of ready built sets, it gives it that lived in feel throughout the movie as well. You've got that you can you can work with and around that to make it kind of fit with your story as well. Was that a handy thing to have?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I can't
Mm.
imagine what it would have cost to build those sets ourselves, but
Yeah.
also they're just not going to have the same kind of texture and authenticity. Real places feel like real places. So I
Mm.
shoot on location as much as I can. And in this case, the location was our primary resource. I mean, the
Mm.
amount of production value that we got out of shooting there is incalculable. I mean, it's completely unique. There's nothing like it that I know of. I mean, there are other haunts in the world, but each
Mm.
one has its own character, and this one is really, really special.
Yeah. Yeah, as you said, known the place as well. And do you know what I was thinking? The haunt thing, they are elsewhere, but it does feels very American to me from my experiences and being in the States. You know, you get versions of them here, but they're not as full on and not as immersive. I don't think as
Mm,
the ones in the States. You know, I've been to the Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando
mm.
a couple of years back. Actually, I've got my mug here from Halloween Horror Nights. It's a Michael Myers one. They had it's Michael Myers
Yeah.
house a couple of years back, and you know, it gives that flavour of. I think Americans as well, just the whole aspect of they go right into it for Halloween, and you can feel
Mm.
that again in this. You've got as I said, you've got the sets, and it's just really interesting seeing it in movie form, having experienced it before. And how did you feel? Just do you get that feeling from it? It's got the
Yeah, I mean, I think
local
it is.
feel.
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
no, no, no,
Sorry.
no,
I
it's
think it
good.
is a very American thing, and I think it's a very
Mm,
American film. And hopefully, that's part of the fun for UK audiences is to discover a world that maybe they haven't gotten to experience for
mm,
themselves. We love Halloween in the States.
yeah,
We're absolutely, it's one of our biggest holidays. We're absolutely obsessed with it.
mm,
And it really is for all ages. You know, if you're 5 years old, it's mostly about the candy, and maybe you get to dress up like your favorite Star Wars character. But if you're older, you know, you got to go to one of these haunts, and maybe you have a
mm,
beer, maybe you get the bejesus scared out of you.
yeah,
There's really sort of something for every age, and it's incredibly joyful. You know, it like
mm,
I think in some ways it's the most joyful holiday that there is, because even though it has all this dark imagery connected with it, it's about having fun, it's about play, it's about putting on a mask and becoming someone else. So I think of Halloween, it's certainly my brother's favorite holiday, and I
mm.
kind of think of it as an expression of just pure childish joy.
Yeah, yeah, it comes across. Yeah, it's just really an interesting aspect of it. Again, do you know how coming from that drama background as well? Do you think that gave you? Did you adjust any of the way that you would approach shots, the way you approach the filmmaking? And did you have anything? Do you think it maybe gave you a unique perspective in making a horror coming from that different background? That, not saying an outsider, but coming from an outside view anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think visually we wanted it to feel like a horror film. We wanted it to feel very
Mm,
stylish, very intense, very immersive. But in terms of character development, I wanted it to feel more like a drama. I wanted the characters to feel like fully fleshed. I wanted them to feel fully human, be complex, be flawed, to have complete relationships with each other, you know,
mm,
complete character arcs. So I was really trying to avoid. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with a movie where a bunch of interchangeable teenagers get hacked to death, right?
yeah.
That can be very entertaining. But I wanted the characters to feel more complex than that, more rounded than that,
Mm,
and have somewhere to go other than just getting their lives threatened by a maniac. So so I think the background and drama did help with that. I think it helped working with the actors and writing those characters and just giving them enough dimensionality that when they are in danger, it actually
mm.
means something to us.
You mentioned there about the kind of there is gore and there is bodies and there's dismemberment and again was that something that you enjoyed working with and can you see yourself working with more
Oh,
dead
so
bodies?
much, so much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And that was the main thing I did not anticipate. You know, I thought the
Mm,
movie would be fun to make. I thought we could do a good job. What I didn't anticipate was the moment that a window shatters or a geyser of blood goes off,
mm,
everyone on set is like a kid again. Everyone is
yeah.
so excited and so happy. And it might be 4 a.m. and you might be freezing your butt off. And then you see that blood spurt and you feel like you could go all night. It's
Mm,
just an amazing feeling. And I had no idea it was going to be like that. And it's hard not to feel like we got to get back there at some point.
mm,
We got to do more with the blood and the practical effects, because there's nothing like practical effects. It's just, I don't know. Orson Welles said that a film set was like the biggest toy train that a boy could have. And
yeah.
those moments felt like that. It felt like this is just the best toy you could imagine.
Uh, So is that then you've said to get back to there? Is it something that you've got planned for the future? Get back into more horror? Do you have any other stories you want to tell in this genre?
I actually have made one horror film since The Haunted
Oh,
Forest.
okay,
We
cool.
we were sort of rushed right into production on another film with the same producers and some of the same cast. It's called Emily's Dead. That one's not a slasher film. That's much
Okay.
more suspense, kind of supernatural. It is more character driven. It's more,
Mhm.
in a way, it's more in the space of drama, but like drama as ghost story. And I
Okay.
love that movie as well, but the tone is completely different. The style is completely different. So
Mhm.
I don't know what the future holds. I want to keep making horror films, but I want them to be all different kinds of horror films. I don't want to get locked into one style or one aesthetic. So
Mhm.
hopefully each film just has its own unique meaning and purpose and style, and all those things dovetail. And
Yeah.
they're all my babies.
Yeah. I always need to check that out as well. And yeah, as you said, it's the fact that I think within the genre there is so many subgenres that can open that up to you. And if you've
Yeah.
got that taste for it now, then
Mhm.
that's something you want to kind of grab hold of. And I look forward to seeing what comes next from you.
Thank you.
And obviously, yeah, I imagine you've got a busy day and we've got London to see now as well. So just thank you, Keith, for your time. Good luck over the weekend, the 23rd and 24th,
Thank you.
for the Haunted Forest. And yeah, good luck and thanks again.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Andy. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Keith.